My name is Wendy Littletree. I am Dene and Eastern Shoshone. My parents are Pigeon and Jasper Littletree. My mom is from Wind River, Wyoming, and my father is from Burnhams, New Mexico. My parents were sent off to boarding school and missed out on learning cultural stories and knowledge. They met during relocation in California and married in 1966. I am a product of the United States assimilation plan. I wish I could say I'm a traditional American Indian, but I can't. Yes, I am a spiritual woman. I grew up in a Christian family, hearing stories from my elders and knowing about life through my dreams. When I was young, I remember hearing about my great-grandmother delivering babies in hogans. The idea was foreign to me. I wonder how I would deliver my babies one day. I had my first child in 2002 at Shiprock, New Mexico, the same place I was born. I remember going to my prenatal visits and seeing random doctors and midwives. The male doctors made me feel cheap and violated. I was a young woman still and didn't know much about being pregnant. One early morning, fluid came out of me. I didn't think much about it. While examining me, the doctor touched the top of the baby's head. I saw my baby move back up, delaying his birth by 2 weeks. My first birth was painful, and I ended up tearing in 2 places. Yet, it was also very spiritual. While pushing, I remember seeing outlines of people standing and watching. Erin, my sister, and my mom were the only ones in the room. After I gave birth, I also saw a man in crimson-colored scrubs sitting in the room. I asked, "Is that baby mine?" He said, "Yes, he is yours." I picked up my baby and held him for the first time. When I unwrapped him, a yellow gold light came out from around him. I didn't know how to wrap him back up, so the man showed me. Arian was born on August 4th. My next 2 births were liberating compared to my first birth, especially since I had health insurance. I was able to have my births in grants. I felt in control and no longer felt cheap and unimportant because I saw consistent medical professionals. I was a stronger woman. When I was 29 years old, I started my labor at home with Sage, my second child. To reduce the pain, I remember leaning against the wall with my palms flat against it and swaying my hips. When Erin came home, we went to the hospital and I continued my labor. I gave birth on my back. I had Sage on March 3rd, 2005. For my 3rd birth, I went to Jana Roop, who is a down-to-earth midwife, willing to openly discuss anything. She had a country-style office that had photos of children she helped deliver. This was far different compared to my first birth. Jana knew my baby was large, and so she helped me dilate and broke my water bag at the hospital to start the labor process. Jana and 2 nurses were there to help me in my process. I gave birth squatting. I remember pushing and pushing, but my baby wasn't coming out. I could hear the baby's heart monitor slowing down and fading. Jana told me, "Wendy, you need to push really hard or we need to do something else." I pushed. He came out, but silence. Erin and the medical staff quickly left with the baby. I didn't know what happened until the nurse told me the cord was wrapped around his neck. I felt helpless. Where did they go? Finally, a nurse came back and said, "Here's your baby boy." I looked at Erin and asked, "Is he okay?" "Yes, he's all right." I felt happy, relieved, and reunited with Mitra on July 27, 2006. Throughout each pregnancy, I always stayed strong. I remember the stories told to me by my elders. Many of them were about strong women who had no choice but to take care of their families, no matter the circumstances. I am connected to these women. They are my family. Spiritually, the creation of the universe weaves inside of our wombs. For my 2nd and 3rd birth, I gave my problems and worries to the angels. I know that I am not a traditional American Indian, but that is okay. What I do know is that I am a strong spiritual woman, and that is my birthright.